This is for all of you that love concept cars. I really like them. I used to go to a lot of auto shows whenever it came into town, and I always liked the concept cars the most because, they're things you haven't seen before, and many of them are just radical. But it's nice to see that this company, I believe it's Norev, they make models of concept cars. So Norev, I believe, is a French model car company, and this is the Onyx concept car made by Peugeot back in 2012. So take a look here. This car was designed by the in-house styling department and chief designer Gil Vidal. Or Guy Vidal? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm not French. The bodywork is supposed to mimic the Onyx black, hence the Onyx mineral, hence the name. And then also copper foil. This body was all handmade by some master craftsman, I guess. The taillights are supposed to adopt the 3-claw signature of the Peugeot Lion. Let's see if that's there. I don't know. Yeah, well, there are 3 lines there, so I suppose that's true. It's powered by a crazy engine, a V8 system that's a hybrid, and the V8 is making 600 horsepower, and then the hybrid motor or whatnot is making 80, so it's got 680 horsepower, and the thing weighs 1100 kilos, and so it can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and reach 220 miles per hour, supposedly, according to the internet. Alright, well, I gotta say, the model is not too far off. Okay, let's get a better light angle and take a closer look here. Let's start with the top. So the canopy is really nice. You can see like there's this gray graphic on the back side of the clear plastic, but the outside has this black graphic, so it's like double printed. And maybe that's like e-glass or something. The interior saddle is just black, so there are great details. It's just hard to tell. Got a flashlight here. It's such a shallow window that with the reflect. Well, maybe we can see. Okay, so yeah, I can see the seats have some like harnesses of some sort. Okay, yeah, pretty tall headrest. No rear view mirror, but maybe it wouldn't have one being a concept. Okay, well, you're not really gonna see much through the side. Alright, well now let's look here. We got some ribbed vents, I assume, on the real car. Unfortunately, some sort of contaminant in the paint right there. Nothing that's blanked off there. Blanked off. I think these must be pins from the actual piece of plastic to secure it on. Yeah, it's pretty hard to notice those 3 claw things, but it is there. A little bit of black in between the red stripes. The Peugeot logo is pretty nicely done, obviously legible, right? And then some tiny little like grooves or something right there. Okay. This is going pretty far in, so that's nice. And then this thing seems to be press fit together. Just some plastic wheels. It's kind of like a, even with plastic wheels, this doesn't really want to roll very well. There must be some sort of friction there, somewhere in there. No, that's blanked off. Okay. But the wheels are actually accurate to the concept, and that's one of the great things I like about Norev. They make different wheels for each of their concept models. And then there's a little black dot in there, the silver on the outside, black in the middle. It's pretty nice. Pretty cool looking turbines. Cool. Okay, so unfortunately this copper paint as well seems to have some contaminant, or maybe it's paint rash. I gotta look back to the box. I'm wondering when this model may have come out. Is there a year? Oh, look, so I guess this must have been made in 2012. So, wow. Alright, well, it's an old model then. 9 years, so I guess maybe I'm a little more lenient with the paint rash. Pretty cool looking mirrors. They kind of come off from the top and note to the side. Maybe they're cameras. The application of the copper is nice on this side, a little less nice here. The black is kind of overrunning. And then it's pretty hard to print a logo on a grill. But it seems like Norev did a decent job because at least the Peugeot part is legible, right? And I guess we're going in and out of a bunch of grooves. That line looks pretty good. Okay, so a little tiny silver paint here. That's nice. Some black for the headlights and a little silver accent line going right there. So pretty nice, actually. I mean, that's under some high magnification. It seems like they painted the whole car copper and then they applied the black because you can see some of the copper shining through right there. Okay. I do like that the black is matte finish, so that's what's letting us actually see all these details without all the reflectivity like this canopy is doing. Right, so matte black is pretty good. The side sill, yeah, something. I think that's where it's trimmed off the mold sprue, so it's a little rough. This side, not an issue. Okay, well, it's a pretty cool looking car, I think. What do you guys think? You like the look of this thing? I like the look of it. It's so low slung. I mean, this is totally impractical. The side window is just so short. Like, what would you see if you were sitting in this thing? But anyways, that's why it's a concept car. Alright, it doesn't really matter. So let's go for a spin here. I had to print a new showcase coaster here because the other one I had was just too heavy. It was solid plastic, so I hollowed this guy out so it actually... Ah, boy. These solar spinners, you know, they don't have batteries. It's literally converting light into a motor. So unfortunately, once I added the car, it's too bad. Well, alright. So maybe that's a fail. I apologize. Let's try a different. And just put a parking lot on here. There we go. So the reason why I did that is because I want to show the other cars that I have. This Norev here is the Peugeot Vision from the Gran Turismo video game. So another interesting low-slung Peugeot. And then this one here is also, it's just a concept car, but from 2014. And I apologize if I get the name of this one. It would be nice if they wrote what it was. But I have videos on all these models, so if you want to search like Peugeot in my channel, you can, hopefully find it. So naturally, the styling of these is definitely done by Peugeot. The front ends all look quite the same, but the top, those are quite different. You know, this is a video game car, so the thing's more radical. It has a much wider rear track than the front. This was a real-life concept car, so I think it was showcasing, you know, what a sedan would look like for a Peugeot in the future. So it's actually a little more practical. Okay, they all have the 3 tiger claw taillights there as well. So here's a random purchase. I like concept cars, and the Norevs, they're not super expensive models, so if you like concepts, you might want to look these things up yourself. Very well, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next concept. Bye.